Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by the Assassin from Tampa, Florida, weighing 251 pounds, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
What in the world is the Assassin doing with Paul Orndorff?
It's Halloween. When it's Halloween, you hang out with people with masks.
Well, maybe so. But that is an added dimension to this match, and Steamboat's got to be very cautious now.
And look at the Assassin, how svelte he looks, in terrific condition.
Hey, he's one of the,
Obviously, he's been training with Mr. Wonderful.
he's one of the baddest apples this sport has ever seen, and he's keeping Paul Orndorff focused.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 241 pounds, Ricky Steamboat, the Dragon.
They are standing in the audience.
You know what, Tony? Ricky Steamboat's the only guy I know that doesn't have to get dressed up for Halloween. He's a lizard year-round.
There you see him, and wherever you are, in your home or maybe in a friend's home, watching Halloween Havoc, good to have you with us. One of the most spectacular entrances in WCW is this man right here. And here we go. Oh yeah, Ricky Steamboat and Paul Orndorff in a one-fall matchup. Part of Halloween Havoc, Jesse. You'll recall back in August when we were in Daytona Beach at Clash of the Champions, our live telecast we have, and the match was for the television title. Orndorff was the champion. Steamboat was the challenger.
And here it goes, Tony, the chants of Paula, Paula, Paula. You can't even hear yourself think. Try to continue if you can, Tony.
I was going to say, we all thought that was one of the best matchups in the entire program because of the caliber of the athletes. Steamboat in trouble early because he had his back turned to Orndorff, acknowledging the fans, and there he goes.
There you go, Tony. You said it right. He was playing to the fans instead of worrying about Mr. Wonderful.
Oh, tremendous back body drop. Up and down goes Steamboat, and Orndorff wasting no time.
And another good forearm by Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. You know, with the tough matchup Steamboat's had, whoa, and he's chopping his way back. He's had some tough matchups with Vader, the champion. I just don't know how much Steamboat's got left in him by the end of the month. You agree, Tony?
Yes. Snapped him over, and they chant of Paula. A good look at Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Steamboat, of course, after he beat Orndorff for the TV title. Look at this roll up. 1, 2, no sir, 2 count. After he beat Orndorff, oh my, for the TV title. Lost it to Lord Steven Regal, who will defend it in our next match against the British Bulldog.
The Dragon taking a walk outside the ring, trying to get his head back on.
Watch out, there's Orndorff. He got him. And head first to the rampway. Orndorff having problems with the referee. In the bottom of your screen, the Masked Assassin. And I can only wonder. Take a look at the slam. Jess, it's been very obvious that since Slamboree, our pay-per-view back in May, the Masked Assassin has a personal vendetta against one, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And now that we see he's out here with Paul Orndorff, you can only assume that there's something up, that he wants to continue a vendetta, and he may be using Paul Orndorff in that mindset.
I'll tell you how the Masked Assassin's here. The guy's the king of Bourbon Street. Anytime you go down there, you're going to see the Masked Assassin somewhere on Bourbon Street. Obviously, Wonderful found him, and what better experience to have in your corner facing Ricky Steamboat than the Masked Assassin. Wonderful climbing back into the ring. Steamboat been caught out on the outside for a long time now. Mr. Wonderful.
He has hit Steamboat with everything, and you can tell it, and you were right about the battles that Steamboat has had against Vader. Has it taken something out of Ricky Steamboat? They have been tremendous battles. Steamboat!
Look at that. He telegraphed that all the way.
Gosh,
Steamboat obviously ain't thinking straight because Mr. Wonderful seen that coming a mile away, stepped out of the way. Steamboat comes in hard, chopping away. Good-looking belly-to-back suplex by Wonderful. Wonderful's got it going, cradles him.
Still has him. Look at Orndorff. He wants it right now. He wants to end it all.
Why not? You get paid the same whether you wrestle 5 minutes or 20.
That's right, but paid more, of course, if you win. Into the ropes. Leapfrog by Steamboat. He hooked the arm that time. Down goes Orndorff, and Steamboat stays right on that arm.
Excellent move by the Dragon.
Nick Patrick checking in. Steamboat took quite a beating early on, and now seems pretty much back into things here.
Well, Steamboat slowed the pace down, working on that hammerlock. I'll tell you what, Mr. Wonderful isn't real popular here in New Orleans, is he?
The Dragon. Back on the arm.
Hooks that hammerlock with the feet and falls back with it. Then twists it back around and drives the forearm into that tricep.
Now uses all of his weight to pull back with a hammerlock. We talk so much about Ricky Steamboat being the high flyer. He's content right now with staying on the mat with Paul Orndorff. But he knows as well as everybody, as long as Orndorff can move, he is never out of it. He is one of the greatest Orndorff is athletes the sport has ever seen. Tremendous crowd on hand here at the UNO Lakefront Arena, just outside of New Orleans. Good to have you with us wherever you are for Halloween Havoc, the WCW October tradition.
Steamboat hanging on to that arm bar, putting the pressure on the shoulder socket. Look at him jive talking Mr. Wonderful in there. You think he's calling him Paula to his face?
He may be doing that. Orndorff loves to be intimidator, and the fact that the assassin is at ringside with him makes it even more intimidating.
Fire off by Wonderful. Drop down a second time. Third time. Steamboat crossbody.
Orndorff got out of it, but Steamboat right back to the arm. And he's calling for the break as Nick Patrick. Orndorff's in the bottom row, but Steamboat's not letting up.
Absolutely. Do you ever see a clean break out of the Dragon? Not very often.
Well, yes, I have many times, as a matter of fact. But not right now.
You must have been watching 10 years ago at the start of his career. Look at Steamboat trying to drag it to the floor now. Wrestling's meant to be kept in the ring. Look at this. He's going to use the post. Now, why ain't this a disqualification?
Yeah, he's going to give him a 5 count now. And the assassin.
You just stay back.
The referee telling the assassin to stay back.
And look
Watch
at
out.
Here comes Steamboat right over by us. He's going to continue the punishment. Into the post again. Should be disqualification, Tony.
The rule is head first to the ring post, you get disqualified. That's the rule. And you know the rules.
I know the rules.
And the assassin hovering over Orndorff.
And I suppose if Orndorff did go in head first, then Steamboat had cried. He did it on purpose. He did it on purpose. I was only trying to blast his shoulder into the post. I just don't like Steamboat.
Well, I can tell. Orndorff to the outside here in a tremendous amount of pain. And Steamboat looking over the corner of the assassin. I can only wonder what this unification of the assassin and Orndorff is really up to here.
We had a great wrestling match inside that ring until the Dragon decided to take it to the floor. And look, here he comes again.
Steamboat's had enough.
Enough of what?
Enough of Paul Orndorff. Again, shoulder to the top rail.
Wonderful may not get back in the ring after that one. And who could really blame him? Now look at, he's grabbing the referee.
Steamboat's like a madman.
Find a way to condone that, Tony.
Well, Jess, I
He
can't.
put both hands on the referee, threatened him. What's the matter with him? Wonderful, trying to call timeout. Oh, and then snaps his arm.
Steamboat has worked on this arm of Orndorff extensively. An elbow. And again. And Orndorff trying to counter by pulling the hair.
And look at that, Steamboat splitting the fingers. That is totally illegal, Tony.
You're
You've
right.
got to have the hands together.
You're right.
I have never seen the Dragon Ricky Steamboat so flagrantly turn into a rule breaker.
Well, the onslaught by Paul Orndorff early on and the tremendous animosity these two men have had over the past couple of months just built up in Steamboat here.
I personally think it's because the Dragon knows he can't win any other way.
I don't believe that at all.
Why would I expect you to? You believe in Santa Claus,
Yeah.
yet you don't believe in what I said, huh?
Orndorff measured him but missed the elbow. Steamboat up, clotheslined him down.
Another clothesline.
A Ricky Steamboat we've never seen before.
And look at Mr. Wonderful. He's had enough in the corner. I can't believe it. Of course, I can't blame him. As blatantly as the Dragons breaking every rule in this matchup, Orndorff, in my opinion, has tried to wrestle scientifically.
Driving a knee.
Why is it you won't say when your favorites break rules, Tony?
Because you say it for me, Jess. Why do I need to be redundant here?
But you're notorious for repeating what I say.
Steamboat fires back.
Another big chop by the Dragon.
Orndorff just crawling down the steps along the rampway here. Steamboat continues his onslaught, and he's hit Orndorff with everything.
And yet Mr. Wonderful somehow manages to fight his way back to his feet.
That's because he's a great athlete.
Let's give Orndorff a lot of credit here, Tony.
I would agree with that, Jesse.
Everything Steamboat's done, he split his fingers. He's rammed his shoulder into the post outside the ring. Steamboat's done everything he can, every imaginable move he can to try to win this bout. But Mr. Wonderful keeps coming back for more.
Oh, he hit his head on the apron. He turned to look at the referee, and Orndorff now laid it in on Steamboat.
And look at the second win by Mr. Wonderful. You know how you're running that 5-mile race, Tony, and you feel terrible after 3 miles. And all of a sudden the wind comes back. And that's what Mr. Wonderful's feeling right now.
Oh, my goodness. Over the safety rail. He had shoulder first on the concrete around the first row. Ricky Steamboat, the Dragon, who hit Orndorff with everything, and now Orndorff pulling on the head, dropping down. Steamboat trying to get back in.
I'm going to tell you what you don't want to hear, Tony, but Steamboat's getting what he deserves right here. He's the one that took the match to the floor early on.
You're right, Jesse. He's the one that took it to the floor,
And now the shoe's on the other foot.
you're right again.
I'm getting right too often here.
Orndorff very confident now. 1, 2 count only.
Whoa, and they both went up. It looked like cross bodies. And they caught rib to rib in there. Oh, are they in pain, Tony?
What a tremendous matchup we have seen. These two men going to the floor, hitting each other with literally everything. And now both men trying to get to his feet.
Orndorff's in the better position. He can see the dragon.
1, 2. He's on the rope. The referee saw it.
Whoa, Mr. Wonderful within an eyelash.
The referee kicking the feet of Orndorff.
No, 2 count.
He kicked out. Outside.
And again, Steamboat initiates taking it to the floor.
The fight goes on. Steamboat to the midsection. Whoa, this is an exhausting matchup. Atomic drop.
Right back into the ring.
And now the dragon. Big chop. Orndorff kicks away in 2. Oh my.
What a great instinct move there by Mr. Wonderful. I thought the dragon had him. Big chop by Steamboat. Trying to follow up. Orndorff's groggy. A double chop puts Mr. Wonderful down in another cover.
And a 2 count. Desperation move that paid off for Mr. Wonderful.
Both of these guys are hurt now. Oh, Wonderful's going for the... He's going for the pile driver.
There he is. He's got him up. Steamboat fighting. If he connects, it's over. Steamboat. Orndorff.
Oh, what a move by Wonderful.
He bridged out of it. Steamboat now trying for a backslide here. Orndorff takes him over. Steamboat has Orndorff. The catapult.
Oh! Right into the buckle. No!
Did he get it?
No!
No.
2 count.
Oh, my. Oh, what a match.
I thought he had Mr. Wonderful there, Tony. Belly to back. He's not going for a cover, though. He's going up to the top. Could be a mistake.
Flying body press. There's no referee. The assassin's got turn around. 1, 2. He
Kicks out.
He kicked out. Steamboat says I had him, and he did. The masked assassin utilized right there by Orndorff. But Steamboat drives his shoulder in. Orndorff kicks away.
And again, a tough 2 count on Mr. Wonderful. Big shoulder by the dragon. He's going to cover him again. 1, 2. Orndorff kicks out again. How many times can he do it?
That's the question.
Big chop into the buckles.
A physical encounter from the opening bell. Both men, you got to give them credit, Jesse. Both men are giving it their all here. Steamboat could have won the match had it not been for the...
And look at this.
Oh, my. Steamboat went over the top.
Steamboat deserved everything he got. He manhandled the referee again.
The assassin, he's putting something in his mask. He put something in his mouth. Steamboat's out. The masked assassin loaded that mask, and Steamboat, he's not going to get back in. Come on, Ricky, pull up.
8, 9, 10, it's over. Wonderful wins without a count out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, as a result of a countout, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
As a result of a loaded hood.
As tight as that mask fits on, how could he stuff anything in there with that big fat head?
Hey, he did it, and I hope we can see it again. Now look at this, Jesse. What's he doing here?
It's Halloween. Who knows what he's doing? Big headbutt to the back of the cranium on the Dragon. Ricky Steamboat knocks him cold out to the floor. Mr. Wonderful with a big victory on a countout over the Dragon with a little help from the Masked Assassin.